All right, we going? Let's see. I'm such an old man. I never know when these actually start. Okay, here we go. I want to say what a week it has been. Who would have thought that an ex-president almost getting assassinated would be old news 2 weeks ago? I mean, it is just insane just how fast things move nowadays. It's truly, I mean, if you have somebody, if you have a loved one who believes that the whole world is just one big conspiracy and that I gotta minimize myself talking or I'm gonna get confused. But yeah, if you have a friend who or family member who believes everything is fabricated, I mean, can you even doubt them anymore? Like, can you even doubt them? Can you even blame them, I should say? You can obviously doubt them. Clearly, if we've seen anything from movies and TV shows in 2024, there's no writers good enough for this level of just insanity. Now, I am still just an awestruck. I don't even think it's been 24 hours since Biden has dropped out of the presidential race, and I'm not even that big into politics. You know, I think that's like taboo nowadays, honestly, to say that you're not into politics. Maybe it's just because like I'm one of those like younger middle-aged millennials, whatever. But I feel like it only became like not only like cool, but like almost like this like tribal, like beat your chest gorillas fighting each other in the jungle like mentality when it comes to politics. You know, like even like high schoolers I feel like are getting like this ravenous about politics, and it just wasn't like that for me. So I feel like I take a very more chill approach to politics, but even this is just going insane. And I can't help but to think that there's just a whole bunch of I mean, obviously, you know, conspiracies exist in the sense that it's just a plan between people. And what I'm trying to say is I would not be surprised if this was some sort of conspiracy from Grandpa Joe Biden from the very get-go. I just wouldn't be surprised if he just like sat back in his presidential chair and realized like, I don't want to do this anymore. I just got one of those stupid pig butchering text messages. I love it. I wonder if I should text them back. But anyways, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. I just wouldn't be surprised if he just like sat back and let all this weird like negative energy pour in about his age and whatnot. Well, I don't even think that's the case. I think he just really truly had a bad debate. I mean, that was probably that Biden-Trump debate 4 weeks ago, whatever it was, a lifetime ago at this point, was honestly probably one of the most shocking displays of just like, I don't know if it was just bad place, bad time, bad hour. I can barely stay up past 9:30 at my age. At 80 years old, I don't blame Joe Biden for not being in his peak physical condition on a debate stage. You know, if I was his age, I would want to be in my slippers, my presidential embroiled slippers, having my Secret Service just watch everything while I'm trying to watch like TikTok or something online. You know what I mean? He's earned it. He's earned his time to just put up his cape, whatever, his presidential hat, and just walk away. You know, good for him. Good for him. I wonder how much strong arming it really did take for Biden to drop out, you know, or like I said, what if this was the whole 4D chess plan move the whole time? You know, he knows he's not gonna do it. He puts on like an extra crazy bad debate on just to be insane, and then good, I'm still going. Okay, and then yeah, he does this on purpose just to get all this press to talk about how insane it is, how his mental decline is going, how that basically just people over 78 maybe shouldn't be the leader of the so-called free world. You know, he got all this momentum behind this, and I feel like I didn't watch too much of the RNC because I really don't need that kind of energy. I did watch the Trump rally, and that was just an experience on his own. I mean, the fact that he has a 90-minute, it's like, hey kids, what do you want to do tonight? Do you want to go see Inside Out 2? Or do you want to watch this man just rant for 90 minutes? You know, like, it would be equally hard to decide which to choose. So, like, if you haven't caught it yet, you know, pop that popcorn, load it up on YouTube, and just go on for a ride of your life. You'll leave reality behind, and you'll just feel so many emotions. And you know, whether you're a hater of Trump, a lover of Trump, whatever, if you've not watched that RNC speech, You just need to, just so you can feel. You can just get those feelings, and that's what it's all about. That's what Trump's big advantage over everything is, just those feelings that he incites. And we'll see if Kamala Harris has that ability to either defend that, because I just feel like he is such a wild card on stage and like a narrative setter and whatnot. He is just so media trained in the I feel like he's been in the public eye since he was like an adult, you know. I don't know how much he tried to be in public when he was like a teenager and whatnot, but I feel like just from The Apprentice, just from all his other media appearances and whatnot, he's probably just, you know, he's just groomed himself in such a way that he just knows, like, I feel like how to garner those response. But that's nothing new. I just really think, though, going back to the whole Joe Biden thing, though, I really do think that that was a small, maybe, strategy, is just kind of wait to this last moment to already set all of these, like, narratives around age and whatnot. And it's already been so, I feel like, it's been already so accepted by the media. Like, we're gonna have to see how like they pivot away from this issue when it comes to like Trump. Now, to be fair, I would say like people aren't. I don't know if the subtext was you're too old to be president, but I'm pretty sure a lot of these Republicans or conservatives, big thing was talking about like senileness, you know, whether or not he's senile or not, you know, or having some sort of like Parkinson's diagnosis or whatever. Like, you know, that's different than like, I think that's how they're going to try to frame it, is that Joe Biden was like senile or whatever. And that's how they're going to make it okay that Trump is only, I don't know, 3 years younger than him? I don't remember. But yeah, I think that's going to be like the Republicans' play to like kind of like downplay the age part, and they were going to say like, no, it's more about the mental stability. Because it was really apparent. I mean, like, you cannot lie to yourself. I mean, it was like night and day difference between that Joe Biden and Donald Trump debate. Like, it was just night and day difference in stamina and just clarity. It was just insane that Donald Trump was the clear one. I remember hearing people talk about it, and I was like, no way that could be true. No way. And it was. But yeah, so it's just going to be really interesting to just see how all of this plays out now that Kamala is going to be the one who is taking the lead, it seems like, supposedly, for this election. I think I'm just more on the edge of my seat to see what insults that Donald Trump can just like come up with, you know, whether it's his writers that he employs, whether it's just him, whether it's just the pure hate in his heart that just comes up with such gems. Because whether you hate him or you love him or whatever, you cannot, if you deny his ability to just make nicknames that stick and that just sting, that just on a whole nother personal level, then like that's just living in denial. Okay, you have to give credit where credit is due. You know, you can hate the queen bitch Regina George, but you gotta respect her. Okay, you gotta respect it. Just like on some level, you know, you have to respect Donald Trump on that stage. I feel like that's what I feel like that's just time after time and time again. These established politicians go toe-to-toe with him and just expecting one thing, to come prepared, and he just goes a whole nother way. He zigs, he zags, he's up, he's down. You don't know what's going on. He's saying so many things. You don't know what's truth. You don't know what's fiction. You don't know what's, half truth with a little bit of lie. You don't know which part of it is the lie, though. And it's just like, sure, you could have, people fact checking or in your ear, but it's just going to be impossible, because at the end of the day, it's about that emotion that he invokes. It's just about that feeling, that energizing feeling that he riles up. And I don't know. I mean, I guess it was like an electoral blowout for Joe Biden in 2020. It was close in 2016. And it's just the media always trying to just hype things up as well. So maybe, I'm freaking out for no reason. Because I was kind of freaking out when Joe Biden did leave. But, I'm doing better now. I'm breathing. I saw Inside Out 2, so I know that I can only worry about things that I can control. Inside Out 2, just Inside Out in general. It's even for adults, thank you. For idiot adults, for emotionally stunted adults like me, Inside Out has been a blessing. But yeah, I mean, every election, I feel like they are trying to just like hit that gas, trying to make it seem like this big event, putting all the adults over 35 on, you know, blood pressure medications because they make it seem like it's going to be the end of the world no matter what. And, you know, if you hate Trump, if you're terrified of him, I hate to say it, but I don't think you need to worry that's going to be the end of the world if he wins. It could definitely set back a few things. It's definitely going to probably embolden a lot of, like, you know, billionaires and the 1% and whatnot. But, I mean, I think the world is still going to keep churning, and that might not be that kind of, like, message that you want to hear if you're against Donald Trump. But all of this fear-mongering, people will accuse the Republicans of fear-mongering and then not see that I feel like Democrats do it way harder and way more extreme sometimes. Like, Republicans will, like, play on the emotions of, like, oh, it's for the children, or, you know, we have to stop illegal immigrants for crime or whatever. It's, you know, it's those classic trite things that you would see in, like, you know, 90s commercials or whatever, you know, or, you know, just making fun of politicians, you know, just like I said, those classic issues that you always hear, taxes, for the children, whatever, you know, playbook. But now this whole thing about just, like, destroying, I think it's the words that they just use that really can, like, turn off a lot of people who aren't as sensitive to these issues. But you know, it might just be a lot of online talk at the end of the day, you know, and that's so hard about nowadays, is you don't know what's real or what's AI or what's exaggerated. The people who are the most afraid of Trump might not even live in the United States. We got bot farms around the world. We got countries like Russia, probably China even, who have an honest, you know, what's the word, stake in this election. I mean, the whole world does. It's just insane to me just to see how much, like, everything has changed, and just how, you know, even, you know, they say war never changes. Well, I would say Fallout was wrong in this case, where war has definitely changed. We're now shit posting for America and things like that. It's just insane that I feel like memes, in the last, at least 2016 election, played a big heavy hand in Donald Trump's win. Was just like the meme war, I believe they called it. And I don't think it was as serious in 2020. And I don't think it's been as serious now, but it's still just the overall sentiment that anybody can, like, make a meme, and you just have no idea what is even true anymore at all. Hey, I actually got someone watching here. I can't believe this person actually stayed for a whole minute. I appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed watching the rants of a crazy person while he's taking a little break from life, you know, because this is how I choose to relax in life, talking into a microphone and a camera and an entirely empty room. That is the dream here, and I hope that you are living the dream as well. Are people getting, like, shadow banned or something? I see somebody said something in chat, and now it looks like I don't see it. That's insane. What's going on here? This is the shadow government right here, folks. This is the shadow government right here. Well, sir, or ma'am, or whatever, I can tell the world that you did say something, and that it is being, I don't know, maybe I accidentally set up, like, some safeguards, I don't know. But either way, thanks for watching, my friend. I'm gonna head out. Take care. It's all good. Random guy. It all came through now. That's so crazy. I think I just called you Random Guy too. That's you know, that's a good name, you know, because it kind of, like, stops you from ever getting, like, misnamed, you know, like, hey, where's Random Guy doing? I like that. You, sir, that's next level. Well, second viewer, thanks for coming in. You take care.